Hello Libra, and welcome to your reading for October. I just want you to see all the cards that we're using, and then I'll pull them out of here because we're going to start with this deck and ask a few questions about you, Libra, and about October. So the first question is, what energies will be flowing with Libra this month? What energies will be flowing with Libra this month? I'm using my Everyday Witch deck, and I have my Black Cat Planter because October energies will be flowing with Libra this month. Ooh, okay, Four of Cups. So Libra, you may feel like you're being left out of something, or maybe some sort of nostalgia, looking backwards, some sort of nostalgia from the past. I mean, half of you are probably going to have birthdays this month, right? Yeah. So I was like thinking, where are we in the calendar? So, you know, sometimes when we have birthdays, we look back and we look at our past and we think, wow, you know, things were so great when I was 20, or when I was in my teens, or when I was 30. I don't know how old you are. And just remember that you're always going to think that when you look back. Not always. Sometimes we don't have great pasts, but you could be looking back with some nostalgia. I kind of feel like, just because I know that you're going to have a birthday here. Happy birthday, by the way. And we've got these cups that, you know, you're just like, man, you know, when I was younger, I could run for, 5 miles and it wasn't a big deal. And now I'm having a problem. But there is something beautiful coming in for you. Don't forget the gifts that you have. Don't overlook the gifts that are still yet to come. That, sometimes we look back with nostalgia and it really wasn't that great. It kind of like serves us as, sometimes it's a good tool to show us where we are and where we were and where we have been. But don't leave out, like, I'm sure you've accomplished some really great things since then too. Don't leave that out of the conversation. And just remember that there's, like I said, you might have 3 empty cups here in front of you, but there's one coming in and it might be really beautiful. Don't overlook the beauty of what you have coming in because you're focused on what was in the past. And then this card wants to come out for our next question, and that is, what should Libra focus attention on this month? We have the Fool in reverse, and I feel like you really kind of focused on these cups. The Fool is somebody who's free and happy and ready to jump off a cliff because of an inspiration that came in. When we have her in reverse, I feel like this is good. You're not ready to really just jump off the cliff. You want to put some thought into your direction, some thought into where you're going. I think this makes a lot of sense, knowing that, just how birthdays are, how birthdays feel, and we think about, where we are, where we were, where we want to be. I feel like there's a lot of thinking here for you, Libra. I mean, you are an air sign, so that is something that you do, which is great. Just don't get too overly emotional negatively about it. And then what are some challenges? What kind of challenge might our Libra face the month of October? What kind of challenge is coming up for Libra? Does Libra have challenges coming out in October? Challenges for Libra. Okay. We have Three of Pentacles, but it came out in reverse. So for you, Libra, some challenges might be workplace situations, working with others on accomplishing something. It's really interesting because all of the air signs, I did Aquarius and Gemini, all three of you seem to be like needing some alone time or wanting some alone time, that working with others is kind of challenging for all of the air signs this month. So just, you know, obviously we can't always say we're going to do this group project on our own. Oh, and we also have Mercury retrograde coming up. So it could be communications. So when you're building things with others, just understand, I think that communication, I know that you think you're a master communicator and you probably are, but somebody else might take something the wrong way, or you take something the wrong way that they say. Don't let things escalate and build. If you haven't heard back from somebody, check on them. Did they get the text that you thought you sent? Did you really send it? The email, whatever that is, because we're going into Mercury retrograde. Those are the kinds of things that happen. And our last card, we've got Justice reversed here. And is there something that you, Gemini, should work on letting go? And it's interesting that we have Justice in reverse. I think that a fairness, you know, some things are just not going to be fair. Justice isn't blind, justice sees everything, but you might have to forgive somebody who, quote unquote, doesn't deserve it or didn't ask for it. It's not forgiveness for them, it's forgiveness for you. So something working toward letting go of this idea of fairness. Sometimes we get stuck here and you can't, you know, you are right, you are correct in the way that you feel, but if you sometimes that energy stops us from progressing. Sometimes that it is just kind of a sticky energy and you just got to let that go. Sometimes you were absolutely wronged. It could have to do with this workplace situation, but you know what? Sometimes you just have to agree to disagree, and okay, you're right, or that, you know, things aren't really balanced, or that that's how it happens sometimes. So you working on letting something go that it didn't seem fair, and I know that's going to be difficult for you, Libra, because I see you in the scales here. You know, we've got the cats that are fighting, and they're like hissing at each other. But sometimes, like the bigger picture is more important than the minor argument. And if you are, for instance, invited to a wedding, but your brother is going to be there and you're just not talking to him, you kind of got to let that go, because the wedding is more important than whatever squabble that you had. And sometimes those situations are uncomfortable, but again, it's letting go and letting forgiveness. I want to pull a card here for relationships for you for this month, Libra. A relationship card for what are relationships going to be like for Libra for October. General relationships for Libra for October. Hanged Man reversed, resistance, indecision, stalling. Interesting. So, you know, sometimes I feel like the Hanged Man in reverse is ready to kind of move on from something. And, you know, I'm not necessarily going with the words that they have on this card, but you could be meeting some resistance, like, because I feel like the Justice reverse is very connected to the relationships, like we were talking about in the Three of Pentacles when we've got people on here. So I feel like relationships right now, yeah, there's a lot of resistance in your relationship. You gotta let go of some things. We need to, the answer to the resistance is letting go. The answer to the resistance is agreeing to disagree. There's no, like, these cats are arguing. They're actually like seeing eye to eye. They're actually balanced out, but neither one of them is happy, because we all have our own perspectives and you cannot control other people. The only person you can control is yourself. I almost feel like that is even related here to the Four of Cups and the Fool reversed, is this idea of, because the Fool is definitely letting go of all control, which you don't want to do, but I feel like there's certainly a lot of resistance here. And I want to pull one card for work, and here we go. And we have, Lovers, but Lovers reversed. Interesting. So discord, disharmony, and separation. So yeah, some things are just not meeting eye to eye at work. So that doesn't mean, that happens all the time. That doesn't mean that it's going to be terrible. It's just not like things aren't flowing. Things aren't in harmony the way that maybe you wish they should be. And I think a lot of that could be just the general astrology going on right now. Mercury retrograde. Just understand that you want things to flow a certain way, but it's not happening. Okay, so first card, advice comes in, message in a bottle. What's really interesting with this is, and what I'm talking about, like communication-wise, it doesn't seem like it's flowing, is that, okay, yes, there's some refreshing messages coming for you, but look, they're bottled up and they're at sea. There might be a delay. So, hang in there. Things will get flowing at some point, and that's okay that they're not flowing right now. That's the whole point of these readings, right? Is so that you understand, like, when you just get into like the energy and you're like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna chill, or I'm just gonna okay, that was just a misunderstanding. That might happen. Like, you were warned that might happen. Time for a nap, 24. So when all else fails, you just rest on it. Even the Hangman is kind of like, just take a break, just rest. There's not a lot of movement here. It's all just, even the Fool reversed is just kind of like, we're not really going anywhere fast. We might need to take a different perspective on things, and I might sleep on it. And that might be too, what do they say? Don't go to bed mad. And you might have to just forgive everybody, send them love. It's really interesting how that works. When you are in conflict with somebody and you decide that you are just going to send them love, how much it's a weird thing, because you don't want to send them love, but then you're like, okay, I'm going to bed and I'm really mad at my brother, but I'm just, you know what? Send him love. And it seems like it just flows out of you, and the situation no longer bothers you. You're able to get a nice nap in, or go to bed, have a nice evening of sleep here, and you kind of let go of the situation and just use love to do that. And we've got alimentiveness, appetite, drunkenness, and gluttony. That's interesting. It's interesting because we just have, you know, cups on the table over here. Don't really, you know, eating the apple. What do we have for this alimentiveness? So this almost looks like a sugar dish to me. We've got a wolverine on top of it and a spoon, and then we've got grapes all around and a knife and a fork. So it could talk about, you know, eating healthy, don't eat your feelings, kind of thing. I feel like if we have a little bit of discord, as it were, with others, you know, don't eat your feelings. Still take care of your health for October, Libra. And can also talk about watch your sugar intake. Ideality, refinement, indulgence, and extravagance. Another one that's talking about indulgence. I feel like, yeah, the indulgence here is kind of like a shadow, like an abuse of overindulgence, taking in too much. I feel like the swan and sure what this, it's a musical instrument here, but it's all about kind of beauty and recognizing beauty around you. So much, I think, related here to the Four of Cups, that don't let any negativity that comes out. It's interesting that we've got 3 negative cups here, and then we've got the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. You know, these 3 co-workers that are bothering you, you know, this too shall pass. It'll come in with something beautiful for you. You know, if this is your work situation or work related, just look to, you know, this is a time to celebrate you as well. So don't let other people ruin that. Unfortunately, sometimes they do. Really take care of yourself. And there are people who care about you. There are people who love you. I feel like when you do have a disagreement or a miscommunication with somebody who loves you, like, they don't mean any ill intent by that. And I think that's why the Justice in reverse is in reverse here, that just understand that sometimes things happen. Sometimes the universe happens, the world happens, Mercury retrograde happens, and don't take it personally. Just take care of yourself. That's very, very important for you for October. And you know, there's good wishes coming your way. It may be belated. Maybe it'll take a little bit of time for you. And whatever, like, resistance and discord that we have here, it seems like it's more of you really concentrating on it and not concentrating on the good. Like, nothing is pure great, right? This would be like, who is the hot supermodels right now? Like Kendall Jenner. This would be like, you know, you noticing an area of cellulite on Kendall Jenner's thigh. Like, everything could be absolutely stunning and beautiful, and then there's just that one spot that isn't, and you're just fixated on it right now, Libra. And you shouldn't be. You should really kind of, you know, get yourself together a little bit. Things will get flowing here. I'm just talking about, you know, letting some things go, taking a nap. The information will come, looking on the bright side. And, you know, I love the Fool energy. It's so great. Like, even in reverse, like, there is, you know, this really beautiful, carefree, yeah, let's go out and make this the best month ever energy. And you're just like, I don't know about that. So let it through, let it flow. Don't be resistant to it. So that's what I have for you for October, Libra. Like I said, like whatever difficulty is coming, it almost feels like it's either something that you can't control, like Mercury retrograde, so you know, understand that that's around, and I gave you some strategies to deal with it, or it's just because you're fixated on like the negativity, and once you let that go, then things are going to open up for you, because it's really talking about, yeah, there's some beautiful things out here. Enjoy a meal. You don't have to be crazy. You don't have to eat 5 pounds of cake. But, you know, definitely there's lovely things for you to enjoy in October. It's just if you open your eyes and see it and enjoy it. So that's what I have for you, Libra. Happy birthday, and I hope you have a fantastic month.